Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Tim Farnham with Black Label Real Estate, and this is your Monday morning market update. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn more about what's going on in the San Francisco housing market, then hit the subscribe button below and make sure to hit the notify me button so you'll be the first to know when new videos come out. I get emails and phone calls all the time from people just like you thinking about moving to or buying a home in San Francisco. So if you're thinking about buying a home in San Francisco in 9 days or 90 days, then drop me a line. My contact information is in the description below, and I would love to show you around town and help you buy a place here in San Francisco. In this video, I'm going to show you everything that happened last week in the San Francisco housing market. The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off with the inventory summary. And as you can see, the availability has gone down just a little bit. And if we look down here at these other markers, we see that the contingents are actually going up. They are definitely, I would say, seasonably higher than what we would have expected due to the lower volume as we've been seeing. New homes, as you can see by this red line, has been going down ever since that spike kind of in October, at the very beginning of October. So you can see that's been going down. Closed homes are also about the same as they have been for the last few weeks, but contingents have gone up. This is where we are seeing buyers kind of soak up some of this inventory because they're getting deals now. People aren't having to pay, 20, 30% above asking price. And so buyers are starting to take note of that, and they are starting to buy because it's much less of a guessing game right now. Even though interest rates are a few points higher, a lot of them are getting, 10 to 20% discounts from what they would have paid a couple months ago. Let's look at absorption right now. So as you can see, we still have, none of them are in this 15%. So we're still kind of in this neutral and seller's market even. When we look at the hottest market up here, this is your single family homes between $1 and $2 million. And then if we go down just a little bit more, the other highest one is the single family homes between $2 and $3 million. This range of single family homes between $1 and $3 million has been consistently hot. The absorption rate for these is still between 40 and 50%. So even though people aren't necessarily paying 30, 20% above what they used to be paying, they're still paying about what they did. It's just they don't have to go above list price like they used to. So again, people are enjoying this because when they make the offer, they pretty much know they're going to get it as long as it's a reasonable offer. Now, let's look at what's going on down here. We have our condos over $1 million and under $1 million. We also have our luxury homes. These are our $3 million homes, over $3 million and over homes here on the gray line here. So absorption is still pretty high. I would say we're still kind of in a seller's market because there is no segment that is in that 15% category. All right, so let's look at the condo market. In the under $1 million segment, we have 6 less homes from last week at 427. New homes were at 28, which is up by 9, so a little bit of a surge in listings. Back on the markets, we're at 3, which is down by 2, no big change. Price increases were at 0, no surprise. Price reductions were at 41, so it is up by 8. Pending listings were at 31, which is up by 5, showing that buyers are still there. Closed listings were at 21, which is the same as last week. Our absorption rate is at 18, which is the lowest of the bunch, but still not quite in a seller's market. Days on market, however, is creeping up. We're at 51 days now, which is up by 3. And the new listing sales price to close price is still at 100%. And again, just as a reminder for this one, this is where if a home is sold within a month, that's how much of the list price it's sold for. So this is at 100%. So a lot of these homes that are getting sold right away they're accepting list price. At the over $1 million segment, we're at 497, which is down by 21. You see buyers are kind of soaking those up just a little bit. New homes were down by 6. Back on the markets, we're at 5, which isn't that big. Price increases, we were at 4. That's a little bit surprising to see some price increases here. Price reductions were at 27, which is up by 6. Again, these are homes that have been on the market for a while, and they just keep on reducing the price until somebody buys them. Pending listings were at 31, which is down by 9. Closed listings were at 26, which is down by 2. Absorption rate is still at 23%, so no big change, and we're above 20, so that's still considered a seller's market. New list price to sales price is at 104%, which means that on average, when a house is sold within the first month, it's at 104% of list price. So in that market, we are seeing a little bit over list price. In the single family home segment, under $1 million, this is where we are seeing quite a bit of a stall. In the available homes, we're at 47, which is up by 2. New homes, we're at 8. Back on markets, we're at 2. No change at all. Price increases, 0, no change at all. Price reductions, 2, very little. Pending listings, we're at 8, which is down by 3. Closed listings, there was only 1, so we're down by 3. Absorption rate, again, we're at 22%, and, that changed because our closed listings are going down. So in general, these single-family homes under $1 million, they're just not selling real quickly anymore. Days on market median is 34 days, which is up by 2. We have been seeing this slowly creep up over time, but here it is again. The new list price to sales price is still at 100%. So again, a lot of these under $1 million homes, they are going for list price right away. So if you are thinking about buying a single-family home under $1 million, do not hesitate to write a list price offer. It very well will get accepted. Let's look at this $1 to $2 million segment where things are a little bit different. At the available homes, we're at 195, which is down by 10, so inventory is decreasing by a little bit. New homes are at 22, which is up by 2, no big change. Back on markets, we're at 1, nothing substantial. Price increases, 2, nothing substantial. Price reductions, 14, it's down a little bit. Again, this is the market where there are lots of buyers. Pending listings, 37, which is up by 10. Again, showing that there are buyers here in this $1 to $2 million segment. Absorption rate, 52%. That means that if 100 homes get listed, 52 of them are gone within a month. That is still lightning fast. Days on market median is 30 days. No big change, it's at 30. But again, the sales price to list price is at 110%. So in this $1 to $2 million category, homes that sell within the first couple weeks are still going on average 10% above list. So in this particular category, you're still going to have to go above list on average if you want the home. Now let's look at the $2 to $3 million market. In the available homes, we're at 69, which is down by 4. New homes, we're at 5, which is down by 6. Back on markets, we're at 0. Price increases, we're at 0. Price reductions, we're at 3. Pending listings, we're at 4. Not that big of a change, all 0. Closed listings, we're at 9, which is up by 4. So a little bit of speed there. Absorption rate, we're at 41%. So again, this is where if 100 homes hit the market, 41 of them are gone by the end of the month. And this also shows why our sales price to list price ratio of newly listed homes is still 107%. So keep that in mind. If you're looking in this category too, the $2 to $3 million mark, on average, it's going 7% above list price. This is down a little bit, but we're still going above list price on this $2 to $3 million category. Now let's look at the over $3 million segment. Available homes were at 107. New homes were at 8. Back on markets, we're at 1. Price increases, we're at 0. Price reductions, we're at 7. That is kind of a little bit, that's 7% of the inventory. Pending listings, we're at 9, which is up by 3. Closed listings, we're at 6, which is up by 4. Absorption rate, though, it's at 19%. So this is, again, where it's like we are below that 20% threshold, which is where we say, as realtors, we say that is a seller's market. So we are now in this neutral market between 15 and 20% for the over $3 million mark. New listings, sale price to list price at 105%. Again, so these new listings that hit the market, when they do sell, they sell for, on average, 5% above list if they go within the first week. So now let's look at our buyer indicators as we always do. Price reductions are up a little bit from last week. We saw that only in a couple categories, but it wasn't across the board. Back on markets are down a little bit. Again, we're kind of creeping back down because people know what the interest rates are doing. We just had an interest rate hike a little bit ago, and now interest rates are coming back down. So less people are falling out of being able to afford it once they actually get an accepted offer. Now let's look at the sales by segment. As you can see, the most sales actually occurred in these condos over $2 million. We had about 25 closed in that segment. Let's look at where it's not moving very much, which is the which is the condos between $0 to $1 million. We barely had any. So you can kind of see that overall sales are lowering a little bit. Single family homes between $1 and $3 million are still doing reasonably good. But it's these other segments. It's these single family homes under $1 million, these condos under $1 million that just aren't moving very, very quickly. So there you have it. Again, everybody wants to know, are we in a market crash? Not really. I do think there is a little bit of potential, though. We just saw a bunch of layoffs from Facebook here in downtown San Francisco. We also saw a bunch of layoffs and resignations from Twitter, which is also here in downtown San Francisco. So how is that going to affect the real estate market? I guess we will find out. Stay tuned over the next couple months as we see how this plays out. Again, I'm Tim Farnham with Black Label Real Estate, and this has been your Monday morning market update.